We're live.
Week 17.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone who comes and watches and listens and does, and actually asks questions too. It's always really good. And I know this is a short one, but always nice to have a few questions to answer.
It is.
So
we enjoy the questions. We had a great question at the end last time, and I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit at the end. It would almost be something that I could create an entire episode about.
Yes.
I don't know if people would find that exciting or not.
Oh, they'll have to wait and listen.
And
come to. All right. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get into our last week. First off is if you sign up to our newsletter, you go in the draw to win a 45-minute video call with James and I, and we have just just announced, or we've just shared our November one. So
check your email.
Check your emails. Absolutely. Check your emails to see if you won the 45-minute chat with us. Number 2, we have a competition running at the moment. We will actually, after this video call, I will do another post on Insta. James will do another Twitter one. Just sharing our short video. It's a 1-minute video we did on Finca Campo Bello hotel that we went and stayed at, and it's just sharing that and signing up for our newsletter, and you go in the draw, which is really amazing, for 2 nights, all inclusive. That includes your food, as well as a volcano hike and a coffee tour, and so just by doing those 2 things. And so you go in the draw, and we're going to be drawing that out on Christmas Eve. So, and it's going to be valid for 1 year. So even if you live elsewhere but planning to come to El Salvador, you will be able to go in the draw for that. It's pretty amazing.
All those Bitcoiners that are looking at coming to El Salvador next year, put your name down.
Absolutely.
And also on that note, we do have a link to the mortgage information as well. So if you are looking at getting a mortgage, and that could be a Salvadoran living overseas or a foreign person living overseas who would like a mortgage here in El Salvador, check out our website.
To buy property here.
Yes, buy property. Because we are directing people to somebody who can help with all of that.
Yes, absolutely. And again, that was our latest YouTube video. So it's a really good interview with Gladys. And it just gives you a little bit of information, or more information, about what you're going to need to provide to get a mortgage here in El Salvador, being a non-resident. And then, of course, we do have the link in that YouTube video as well. All right. That's me for the housekeeping. What did we do on Monday, James?
So last Monday, we actually spent a little bit of time reaching out to people that we spoke to and caught up with at conference. And there's a lot of people, and I don't think we've got – well, I know we haven't got everybody, but we reached out to those that we'd promised to follow up with pretty quickly on some things. So that was really good. It kept us busy. And we had our weekly live, and thank you for everybody who came and talked again. So that was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Tuesday, again, we work. It's always catch up beginning of the week. I was working on the latest YouTube video with Gladys, which was really good to put that all together. We also did some filming around the neighbourhood. Now, you may have, if you've watched that latest YouTube video, you will see that we've now got an end slide just talking about our ebook that we promote and booking a video call with us. So it was really fun.
Nicki
so
did a
putting
great
that
job
together. So that was great.
Nicki scripted a lot of it, and then we went out and we went and shot it. So I appreciate that she can put all that together for us.
Pulling James away from the computer so we can get these things done, just to make it a little bit more easier for people to understand what we're doing. And then we also both went to the gym. Yeah. It was great.
It's good. We're back in the gym routines. That's awesome.
We are.
Wednesdays. So speaking of gym, Nicki has got a regular yoga routine now with some Bitcoin mums. So they come around here at the moment and do Bitcoin yoga.
We've got a great pavilion outside, so we've created a space there now, so in the mornings we can go and do that.
And then apparently did I go to the gym by myself?
You did.
You didn't come along?
I was too exhausted.
Oh, okay, right. And so I went to the gym. No yoga for me.
Thursday, walked the beach. We also, first of all, we woke up with no internet. So as soon as you wake up with no internet, it's like, oh, what are we going to do? And James, being a techie guy, still couldn't work it out. So we had to.
I knew exactly what was wrong. The fiber was broken.
Yeah, so we had to contact Claro to get that sorted. But so we went for a really nice walk along the beach, which was beautiful. We also that night did some great salsa dancing. So salsa's back in full swing.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So what
Really
we're definitely
lovely.
noticing is at the at Mon-Tue, the tourists are back because our salsa lessons have gone from 6 people to like 20 people. It was crazy.
Yeah, but really cool. We did some really cool moves and just really enjoyed it. So been practicing. Most days I have been.
Yeah. And we highly recommend it. They do a really good lesson where you start with just basically some like solo moves, and then later on you go on to some partner work. So it's really cool because it makes salsa enjoyable for people who just want to hang out and
move.
Boogie.
And then, of course, we have dinner at Mon-Tue after that because that's where it is. So we always have a bite to eat. And then we actually met another New Zealander.
Yeah.
And it's the first bar met when we first arrived. It's the first New Zealander we've met in El Salvador since then. So that was really cool. She actually does live in New York now, but she comes down every couple of months. So that's quite cool.
Yeah.
So that was,
Thursday. And Friday, Nicki again, yoga with Bitcoin Mum. So this is becoming a thing.
It is every second day.
Yeah. Now I know I make a bit of noise about paying our power bill because unfortunately there's a very large power company here that has chosen to make it difficult to pay with Bitcoin, even though there are people who make it easy for them. And we've discovered that we can actually go down to the local Tingo and pay there. And we also discovered we could go to Hugo in El Tunco.
Yes.
But Hugo and El Tunco challenges there too.
Yeah.
So anyway, anyone who's living along here, you can now go and pay at the Tingo. And the guy there is super helpful. He's very keen to pick up any business. And they accept Bitcoin generally, just not for the power bill still.
Yeah, which is really cool. So if you wanted to buy some bits and pieces, you can actually pay with Bitcoin for your other bits and pieces. And it does save you huge amounts of time than driving all the way to Del Puerto, La Libertad.
And you have to go to Super Selectos through all the traffic. It's just really annoying.
Yeah.
Then also, Nicki published our interview.
So if you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
It's on our feed. It's really informative. So it's actually really helpful for a lot of people. So if you've got Salvadoran friends who are looking at coming back, it might be something that they would really get a lot of benefit out of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we both went to the gym again.
We did.
Yeah, it was a very active week last week, so it's good. Good for the brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Saturday was a busy day. It was crazy. So first of all, we got up really early and went to the Mercados. I think it was the earliest we've ever gone to the Mercados down in La Libertad. And we had to go to the Chivo first machine. So we got some cash out, which was great. So that worked really smoothly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Chivo machine, flawless, getting cash out, no issues.
We did our weekly Mercado shop, which was good. We then went down to...
I'm just going to say, while we're at the Mercado, we did a video with F&A Van Life a few weeks ago, a month ago now maybe. Yeah. And we met one guy there who was willing to download a Bitcoin wallet and actually receive some Bitcoin on Lightning. And we saw him there this week and we said hello and had a chat to him, which was really cool. And he's actually waiting for his video to come out. So Frankie and Alex, they're waiting for that video.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be out soon. I know you've been stacking them up, which has been awesome. So if you want to see some more really great videos on El Salvador, and in fact these guys, they're doing 9 countries in 9 months. F&A Van Life, really cool.
I'll put a link in the description once this has gone live.
Yeah. So after we went to the Mercados, we then went all the way to El Zonte to Canigue Cafe, which was always a great place to go and get a really fresh, beautiful meal. And we met some Bitcoiners there and we had a real good sort of discussion on, what's happening in El Salvador, maybe some bits and pieces that would be really good to find more information about. So we're sort of really looking at ways of how can we start conversations on trying to, not to answer questions, but to ask questions that maybe a lot of people are asking and going, well, how is it really working? You know, what these things they're putting in place, are they happening? More than, so we're sort of looking at that.
Yeah, we want to know more about volcano Bitcoin mining.
Yes. See?
Yes. Because last week, I can't remember, El Salvador announced a official, I think it's called the National Office of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that was quite an interesting topic, and we're looking to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, to know what it's all about, because we don't know.
We don't know. Yeah,
and being on the ground, it's quite good to know why these things have been put in place, and how can we help, or is it going to be any useful for us or anybody coming into the country? Because it's kind of it's good. Okay, I'm going to carry on. Right, so then it was really cool. We had finally got to meet up with some old Salvadorian friends of ours who we met when we first arrived, and they came down for lunch, and it was really cool. We had a lovely lunch with them, and we ended up going down to so we just spent it's pretty much the afternoon just catching up and just sort of chewing fat, and in fact, James, I think you're orange pulled.
Oh yeah, true. Yes, we so it was pretty funny actually. These our friends who rent cars, and we recommend them all the time if anyone's looking to rent a car. And the reason we really like them is because they accept Bitcoin, and we were their first Bitcoin customer on Chivo. And we've been talking to them a lot about maybe just going a little bit further.
Yeah.
And Johnny was super open to downloading a Lightning wallet, and we sent him some sats, and he was really impressed with how quick the process was, which was really awesome.
Yes. And in fact, there's no intermediate person.
No banking in the middle.
No banking in the middle. It was just person to person.
Just like doing cash.
He was really wrapped with that. So that's really exciting that, they're looking a little bit more deeper about what other things they can be doing with it. So, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then one other thing is we also talked about some really cool video ideas with them as well, which is going to be really fun. So they won't be happening till the new year, but some really good concepts and ideas coming out there, especially as they are Salvadorian, so, just working with them, which will be quite fun for a variety of different reasons, really, I think. And then we went off to El Tunco to watch the sunset and get some earrings and then home. And the sunset was amazing. And the people in El Tunco on a Saturday night was incredible. We'd never been there before on a Saturday night. And it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was blown away by how many people were at El Tunco, just hanging out, drinking, watching the sunset. It's the busiest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Right.
Sunday. So we checked the beach to see... Was it specifically to see the wind?
Yeah, well, remember we were sitting there having breakfast and the wind was...
Okay, right.
Or having a smoothie or something.
We often see wind in the coconut palms, and we think, let's go down the beach and have a look if there's wind. And we went... Often we go down and there's not really a breeze at the beach. But this morning there was breeze at the beach. So we went down. We went down for a swim, and then we went home and went down again with all of Nicki's gear. And if you haven't checked out what we're talking about, Nicki has a video in our feed about wing foiling, which is a sport that she does. So we took all of her gear out and we literally swum.
We had to go past the breakers. So we got it all set up. We had to swim past the breakers. First time we've taken it down to the beach. We thought the surf's not too big. So James did the board because the board's got the big foil on it. So he took that across. I had the wing. But every time I got smashed by a wave, I'd be like getting pulled out, and so my shoulder was quite sore. So I couldn't even get the wing out all the way out. So James had to come back. We had to do a bit of a swap.
So unfortunately, no footage on that because we're both in the water. But it was a fun adventure for Sunday.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't been on the water since 7 months or so, and I mean, I haven't been out on the ocean since I was in New Zealand, so my whole core and my balance wasn't quite there, but I got up. I didn't get properly up on the foil, but it was still good to get that muscle memory back. So and then this afternoon looked like an incredible day, but we just had too much work to do to get out. So but that would have been amazing.
Mondays are a busy day. And then Sunday we actually start work again, basically due to just the timing of the world. And then we had an early night.
We did.
And just speaking of early nights and nighttime in El Salvador, we've discovered that December is a month for letting off fireworks. So we're learning all about the fireworks season for Christmas. Very exciting.
At the moment, we're finding Guy Fawkes are going off 24/7, and it's really interesting. And we were meant to be going last night actually up to San Salvador to see the amazing fireworks display. We did. I was too physically exhausted. I couldn't do it, and then James had a couple of things he had to do for the meeting. He has at 6 o'clock in the mornings on Monday morning, so we didn't get up there. The photos looked incredible. It's incredible display that Salvador puts up for Guy Fawkes. They obviously really love them.
Yes. All right. That was the week. We'll run through some questions. Fabian, hola, buddy. How you doing? I actually, speaking of, I went and checked some prices of some longboards, but I don't have any prices of longboards. He didn't have any in the shop that he was selling. Short boards, $200 to $300 for secondhand boards. That's about all I know for now. I've asked somebody, but it's don't really know. And then Norma, hi, it's always a pleasure seeing you guys. Blessings from Santon, California. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Norma.
Thanks for coming in, watching and saying hi.
Alma, hi guys, how are you enjoying my country? I'm from El Salvador, living in Los Angeles, California. Thank you very much. We love your country. It's beautiful. I mean, there was definitely a culture shock when we first arrived, and there's still things that are different. And they're not bad, they're not good, they're just different to what we're used to, but we love it. I mean, look at this weather. How can you not? And the green trees and everyone is so friendly and gorgeous. And we really enjoy it. We quite often wake up in the mornings, and we sort of go, can we believe it? We're in Central America.
We live at the equator.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's really cool.
T-Share, who's the dude on your shirt? So I think you should probably know who that is. But it's Bukele, and he's got like his lightning glasses going on there. It's the one where he does his like backwards hat.
So these t-shirts are both these t-shirts are from the Bukele shop. We ordered them a little time ago. We've told the story about taking a while to get here, but they're both these it was the Salvadoran postal system that was the problem. But these shirts came from the Bukele shop, which is a father-son project of one of the guys who works at Bitcoin Beach. So you can check out their website. They got a whole heap of cool stuff on there. But thank you. Thanks for asking. And do you want Alma? Hi Alma again. Have we been to Chalatenango, the Rockies of El Salvador? It's a very nice place. It's my department north of El Salvador. I don't think we have. No. We haven't. Great to put on our list. We have got a list that when people refer places to us, I go and put them down so we know when we go and do a road trip, places to go. So thank you for that. We will check it out. To have a look.
Ilopango this week. Tomorrow.
Oh yes, we're going to check out Ilopango.
Lago
Ilopango. Looking forward to seeing that. Not sure if we'll take the board. We've got a whole lot of other things to do, but we're going to go and check it out just to see what it's all about. Which is great.
Donaldo, hola, how you doing? And did you watch the Max Kaiser interview on Fox? No, it's on our to-do list. I've only seen clips. I really enjoyed the Tucker Carlson with Bukele. That was a really good interview. But the Max one is on our to-do list.
We really, it's important that we watch that. And we're going to come back to Donaldo because of the question you asked from last week. We're going to do a bit of talking about that. And then Jimmy, midnight the 24th, we night to remember. Well, that's quite exciting because we are actually heading up there on the 24th, Christmas Eve, to catch up with some Salvadorian friends and celebrate that last few hours of fireworks evening of before Christmas Day. So that's quite exciting because in New Zealand, you celebrate Christmas on the 25th, and it's not really a nighttime thing just because it's daylight. It's nearly our longest day. It's not quite the longest day, but
it's our
quite
summer
up there. And it's our summer, and so we're picnicking on the beach, so you don't sort of see Guy Fawkes at all around that time. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting.
So thank you for all the questions, and thank you for
Yeah.
coming and watching. Donado asked a really good question last week, which was around the difference between perhaps
Fireworks.
the central bank digital dollars that they want to bring out versus Bitcoin, and it depends. Everybody's going to have a different reason for why they do or they don't like these things. But there's a couple of key. I'm going to try and keep them as short as possible. So the sound bites that I'm going to use are that central bank digital dollars will allow the governments and central bank systems to continue doing what they're doing. So if you like what they're doing, that's great. But personally, we're not big fans of our time and energy that we capture being debased. It's being devalued. And we don't like that. We would rather have a monetary system that works more along the gold standard, where people can't manipulate the value of our dollars. Also, the central bank digital dollar may actually come along and limit what you can and can't buy because somebody else controls it. And that's one of the biggest concerns for us. We don't want to be told that we're not allowed to buy petrol this week
because we've done too much traveling.
Because we've done too much traveling.
Or, in their eye.
Yeah, in somebody else's perspective. So the reason Bitcoin, the main reason that Bitcoin is important in that sense is that it's built on an open standard that people don't control. And I think that's more of a fair system where you have an open standard, the rules are set, and as humans, we can use Bitcoin as money to trade. And I just think that open standard is a better thing to build on top of instead of a private standard and letting somebody tell you what you can and can't do. Yeah. That was a lot longer than I expected, but that's the short answer.
Yeah. And I think there could be a lot deeper conversation in regards to that, and that could maybe be a video or something.
Bitcoiners love talking about this stuff. Hopefully that answers your question, and I don't mean to dumb it down too much or because it is a very nuanced topic and there is a lot of different reasons about it.
Yeah. And Donado said thanks for the explanation.
No problem.
And
hopefully it's good.
Yeah. And we've also got a howdy from Frisco.
In Texas.
So
Texas
Lucas,
is
hi.
All about Bitcoin mining at the moment. They're currently leading, I would say they're leading the world in regards to Bitcoin mining and capturing energy and improving the grid. And it's kind of ironic in a way because here's El Salvador, which was meant to be actually doing that. And I'm not sure that El Salvador is leading the world in that area right now. So it's exciting to see Texas is doing that. It'd be really awesome to see El Salvador pick up that ball and run with it. And I did I retweeted the Texas advancements to the Bitcoin office today. So I don't know if they're paying attention, but maybe that's something that they could promote. Anyway, James and his Bitcoin stuff.
Okay, so that's us for this week. That's it. We're sort of sorting out whether we're going to do a full question and answer live before Christmas. We may not. We're just running out of a little bit of time. There's a lot of events coming up. But we will keep you posted in regards to that. If you want, if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're pretty good at replying to as many questions as we can. And also, if you want to go on the draw for the Finca Cambo Bail, 2 nights accommodation, I will be sharing on Insta after we close up here a thread that you need to share on your reel, and also make sure you join our newsletter. And James will do one on Twitter. And then we will also, if you want to get a 45-minute conversation with us on video chat, join our newsletter for that as well. So, yeah.
I was just thinking, we actually received a request to have a call via our Vita page. So if you've heard of Linktree, there's also, we use something called Vita, which is a Lightning first platform. And you can book a call with us and then you pay per minute using Satoshi's Lightning. which is really cool. So it's at the moment, it's just a fun thing. It's actually a really cheap way to get in touch with us. And yeah, so that's awesome. People using Lightning, it's cool. Thank you. And so we're finishing.
We're finishing.
We're done. Go out and use Lightning. Share with Lightning. Get somebody to download the wallet of Satoshi and do a transaction. 1,000 sats.
Absolutely. We've got to keep that moving. It's really important. Yeah.
Anything?
Nope. That's it.
We're done.
Yep. See you.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you next week. Have an awesome week.